Hey everybody, Adam here with Hometown Acres. Welcome back. I want to start off this video by taking a little bit of time to thank everybody who subscribed recently and left comments on any of our past videos. It really means a lot to me, and you guys have been really supportive so far. Starting a YouTube channel from scratch can be discouraging at times, but like I said, everybody's been really supportive and I really appreciate that. Also, if you're new to the channel and you like outdoorsy kind of videos, anything from firewood cutting to chainsaws, log splitters, UTV riding, tractors, snow plowing, anything like that, please consider hitting the subscribe button now. I'd really appreciate the support. But anyway, today we're down in the workshop, so I apologize for the bad lighting, but we're going to talk about 3 simple, cheap, easy ways to keep a good edge on your chainsaw chain. I kind of have started from, very simple entry level, your basic chainsaw filing kit, worked my way up to a diamond bit that goes in a cordless drill, and then I bought an electric bench grinder here. So I wanted to get into each one with a little bit more detail. Okay, so one thing that's important to note if you're going to be filing by hand is your basic chainsaw filing kit is probably going to come with 2 or 3 different size files. You need to know which one is the right size. I think most common is 5/32 and 7/32. Typically on your Husqvarna and Steel, you have a little bit bigger teeth, so you're going to be using your 7/32. On my other saw, which is that Craftsman, or it's a little bit smaller of a saw, I think it's the 42cc one. It has a little smaller chain and it uses the 5/32. You will screw up your chain if you don't use the right size file on it. All right, but anyway, to file by hand, what you want to do is put this little handle on the end here. This actually comes off. You can slide it back on. And then you want to use a vice grip here. It's going to make it a lot easier so you can use both hands to file. And you want to apply backward pressure and a little bit up to catch the very top part of this tooth here. So you're going to file this way. And you kind of want to rotate it as well. So you want to spin it up towards the top of the tooth. Now I know this is kind of blurry, so you're gonna have to take my word for it, but on these chains, usually there's a line that runs diagonally with your tooth, and that shows you the line that you should be filing. So if you keep your file in line with that line there, you should be filing at the proper angle. In addition to keeping it in line with that guide right there, you also want to try to keep the file as level as possible. So you don't want to be tilted this way, you don't want to tilt it this way, you want it to be as parallel to the ground as possible. But anyway, so once you get a nice sharp edge on that tooth, you can use your file to slide the chain back and move on to the next one. All right, so the next filing method that I got into after I kind of grew tired of filing by hand was using these bits off of Amazon with my cordless drill, and we'll show you how to use that one now. What I forgot to mention when I was doing the filing by hand part was usually whenever you start filing, take a Sharpie marker and mark your tooth so you know where you started, because after about 72 teeth, you're going to end up either not filing them all or filing some of them twice. Okay, so all this is, I just took the bit out of the drill. It's almost like a, Phillips head or any other drill bit that you'd put in there, but instead of having, a drill bit on the end, there's about an inch worth of filing material there, I think diamond studded. So you put that right in your drill bit, tighten it down, and then this is a Porter cable drill, and it has a drill setting, and then it has a hammer drill setting. And usually for filing, the faster you can get it going, the better. So I usually use the hammer drill setting. But same thing as the hand file, except it's just gonna go faster. You just wanna make sure you have it lined up. You're applying backward pressure and a little bit up, and then go ahead and start filing. Hopefully that shows you just how much faster using this is than doing it by hand. All right, so to use the Blue Max electric chainsaw sharpener or bench grinder, we're actually going to have to take the chain off the chainsaw. And And then there's a little guide that your chain slides into on the sharpener. There's a little catch here that you push each tooth back to so that each tooth is going to be filed to around the same length. There is an angle adjustment here that you can make. So I typically sharpen all of mine at 30 degrees. You also have a little handbrake here that holds it nice and tight so the chain doesn't move on you while you're sharpening. And then you have a depth gauge setter here, which you can see as the chain is moving as I spin this, and it'll actually pull back if you need to adjust it back. I thought it'd be best if I got an up-close shot for this part. So again, here's, as I turn this, you can see it sliding it forward. As I release it, it pulls back off of the tooth and then it can slide back. So in order to set that, what you want to do is you want to bring your file down, and as you can see, I have an extra 1/4 of an inch, so I'm going to tighten this until the tooth is flush with the grinding wheel. So right there is about where I'd like to have it set. So the last step is just to turn it on and we'll get it going. The nice thing about this is it takes a lot of the guesswork and human error out of the chainsaw sharpening process. Everything here is pretty much, you preset it and then you're good to go. All you have to do is just bring this down and sharpen each tooth. It takes all the guesswork out. So once you set your angle and set your depth for each tooth, it's pretty straightforward after that. Anyway, I hope this video helped some of you guys out there that are looking for alternative ways to sharpen your chainsaw besides doing it by hand. Like I said, none of these are really that expensive. This electric chainsaw sharpener here was 20 bucks, and these drill bits are like $5 for a 4-pack of them on Amazon. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, consider subscribing, check out some of our other content. I'd appreciate it, and I'd like to hear from you. Thanks. Bye.